What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to your October 2019 reading. This is going to be for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please remember that this message will not resonate with all of you, and definitely check out your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus, okay? I want to thank all of you guys who come to this channel, who continuously spread love and watch these videos. I thank you so much. Thank you for the shares, the likes, subscribes, the comments, everything. I really appreciate it, and please keep those coming. And thank you to all of you guys who reach out for personal readings as well. I love doing those. Those are always such a joy to do, and I'm always just so blown away that you guys trust me with your business. So I appreciate that, and thank you. So let's get into this reading, Capricorn. I've already pulled your cards. Now, the month of October. It looks interesting. I can't wait to clarify some of these so we can get some deeper knowledge. But I do want to say you guys start out with actually two animals popped out. We've got the lamb and the firefly. The firefly also Libra got this month. So that's really, really cool. I love that you got these two together. So let's break it down. So the lamb is all about messages coming to us, right? From that trusted, either like a friend, it could be a child, it could be a stranger, whatever it is. It's a very deep rooted message that comes to us. Oftentimes from a different source, but even though it comes from us or comes to us from a different source, it still has some type of resonance deep within, okay? And the firefly energy is that of having like this crazy, immense amount of inspiration come to us, but it's very fleeting. So it comes and it goes. So the main message with the firefly energy is really to stay on your guard. And like I told Libra, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, because you just never know when these messages are going to come out. You never know when this spark of inspiration is going to happen. And firefly energy, it's really like that that spark that like a writer gets, or a poet, or like someone who's very artsy, a curator, someone who, maybe works for themselves. These could be ideas in terms of how to better your business. This could be ideas in terms of how to start a business, whatever it is. But definitely be on the lookout this month. I think you guys are getting a lot of inspiration and some really cool aha messages and some things to pay attention to this month. And it could be coming from literally all angles. It could be strangers, it could be kids, it could be husband, it could be friend, it could be whatever. But definitely be open this month to receiving all these messages. I think that especially with that spark of inspiration, firefly, that could be really cool. Some of you guys, since Libra did get that, I don't know, maybe you might want to check out their video, especially if you are dealing with a Libra sign, have heavy Libra in your chart. That might be beneficial for you to check out. But definitely, I feel like you guys are going to be feeling very inspired this month. And I think that's a really, really good thing. With the Lamb card, make sure that you are quieting down enough to be able to hear the messages, because the thing with the Lamb card is you kind of have to be in this very quiet, settled place in order to kind of receive the messages that are coming towards you. So that's another thing to be mindful of, okay? So bottom of the deck energy, Capricorn, you guys have the Knight of Pentacles. This is your energy, earth energy. There is some planning going on. There is some learning of some things. For some of you, I will say though, I feel like this has a lot to do with, if there's been something that's been on your mind that you've been wanting to do for a long time. Let's say you want to start some type of a business, or do some type of a charity work, some type of if there's something that you want to do, something that you kind of, maybe even in casual conversation with friends, kind of glossed over, I feel like there's actually gonna be some moments this month where you're taking that seriously, and you might be getting, again, cool ideas coming from the strangest places and people, but really sparking inspiration to go towards that. So I feel like this month is really big on planning, really big on getting to understand, getting to know, right? This is very much a learner card, the explorer card. He gets everything lined up in a way that it all makes sense before he makes any major moves, right? Super responsible. Again, your energy. So there is something that you guys are putting effort in, going about things the right way. And this is all an effort to build towards your legacy, right? Everyone's trying to get that 10 of Pentacles, and that's exactly what the Knight of Pentacles is trying to get as well. So you guys start out 9 of Cups, King of Swords, and the Hermit card. Well, I feel like you guys have been in a much better place. Look, some of you Capricorns that I've been talking to in personal readings and even on here, there's been like some real like back and forth, happy, I'm not happy, I'm satisfied, I'm not happy, or satisfied, I'm not satisfied energy. But I feel like for the most of you, you guys are understanding that your happiness does not depend on a certain circumstance or a person. So those of you guys who have had like codependency in dealing with like where your happiness lies, you guys are understanding that you're the source for all things, which is really beautiful. In that way, it also makes you guys very powerful. Not that you guys are not powerful. You guys are powerful. I mean, hello, the devil card is actually what represents you, and the devil card is all about power. So it's not to say you Capricorns are not powerful, but you're finding your power in a whole new way. Especially those of you Capricorns who may have a propensity or the tendency to, whenever you feel slighted or irritated or any type of like affected, you know, especially if you're the type to kind of swing your sword haphazardly and like kind of cut people out. Capricorn, you guys have this very interesting way of, if something doesn't fit into your life, it doesn't fit into your aesthetic anymore, you can just be like, oh, well, never mind, let me remove that. That's not going to work anymore. And that's cool. But I just feel like there's a way that you guys are going about things that's a little bit more, I don't want to say adult, but I want to say adult. You know what I mean? A little more fair. A lot of times you deal with the Capricorn, they will cut you out of your life and you didn't even realize that you were cut out until some like painful whatever. But I feel like you guys are being very fair. Now with this Eight of Wands, clarifying this Nine of Cups, I feel like really, if we're going all the way back, like Leo season, I feel like was pretty hectic for you guys. I feel like there was a lot of moving parts. A lot of things are moving quickly. And actually, I feel like a lot of you guys got your awareness then as far as, look, what do I need to pay attention to? What do I need to spend energy on? What are the things that I can fix? And what are the things that I can't? And I feel like that's brought you a lot of awareness in some way or another about where your happiness lies and your responsibility to yourself in terms of your happiness. Now that's in your past position. I love that. I feel like it brings you to a really good place. Again, brings you to a really clear place with this King of Swords. A lot of you guys are making some really serious decisions lately. And being okay with it and being okay with being the authority. One thing too, I feel like you guys are cutting out a lot of unnecessary things. Any type of chaos or any energy of, yeah, I don't know. It just feels like chaos. You guys are cutting things out. I feel like you guys are also doing very good work in building yourselves up. So in terms of your finances, in terms of your work, which you guys usually kill at work, right? I think you guys are doing very well. Definitely climbing the charts, if you will. Definitely being seen. Definitely doing good work. Definitely being very precise in your work. Being very detailed. I think that that's one thing that people are admiring about you right now. The details. There's a lot of details. There's a lot of details going on. You know, a lot of details that you guys are good at that brings you to a really good place. Also, again, with this, you coming into a place of honoring yourself and the things that make you happy, again, it does make you a more effective communicator, I feel like, for people around you. And I think that's what that King of Swords is pointing to too. You guys are learning to communicate more effectively the things that you feel, the things that you like, the things that you don't like. There is not this this petty air of just saying things or doing things to be petty anymore. If that was you. And of course, I'm not calling all of you guys petty. If I'm talking to you, then you know I'm talking to you. Like if it's resonating, you know it's resonating. You don't even have to go through all the weird channels. So, Hermit card. Ooh, interesting. So you got a King of Swords and you got the Queen of Swords. Some of you guys have been really and will be really doing a lot of inner work. Queen of Swords, interesting. Remember I told you, Libra got the Firefly card too. So remember, this is a spark of inspiration or ideas that come to you very quick. I told you guys, if you have some Libra placements, definitely watch that. And then what we have clarifying this, Hermit is the Libra card, or one of the Libra cards. You got the Queen of Swords. Now, why I'm tying it into this Hermit card is, for me, this Hermit and this Firefly kind of go hand in hand. It's interesting. I think a lot of times, with a lot of you guys, during your quiet times, during your times of alone, you may be getting this inspiration. But I also think of fireflies as like those, people catch them. People like to catch them, put them in jars. And I'm almost looking at this Hermit card like, even though that's a star in his lantern, and we know this, it's almost speaking to me as like a firefly, the light from the firefly. I'm also getting the message from the movie, Princess and the Frog. Right? Remember the firefly? He was so in love with the star. Or no, was it a star or was it the moon? It's a star. He's in love with the star, which is interesting. That's what's in this cage, right? And it's a Sweet Caroline. That's what it is. Sweet Caroline. He's in love with the star, and he thinks it's a firefly because he's a firefly. But he thinks that she's like the queen bee firefly. Like she's the queen of all fireflies. I don't know. That's just what came to me. So that's important for some of you. But really capture on, again, paying attention to messages coming to you, paying attention, even in your dreams, you may be getting ideas, and really capturing the idea of capturing that light, capturing it, right? Using it as something that you can use and step forward. And for some of you guys, monetize it. Some of you guys, this is going to be things that turn into business things. For some of you guys, this has to do with something that you've been already playing with the idea with. Okay. So this could be the month where you actually set out to make it a tangible, like real thing, like make it reality. But there's something that's a really big message in terms of you guys of capturing this moment, capturing this idea, capturing it, writing it down, planning on it, being very clear on it with this Queen of Swords, being very decisive, being very clear how you want to move on that. And so with the Queen of Swords, you've got both kind of the masculine and feminine energy, right? Swords energy is king. It's masculine energy. It's air energy is masculine energy. But Queen energy is feminine energy, right? It's almost like the creativity that comes from the feminine energy with this Queen of Swords is what's going to put you in the place that you want to be for creation, for planning, for making all this an actual tangible thing, okay? Now, you guys also have 5 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Sun card. Loves it. 5 of Swords, this is actually in your environment. If you have any distractions in your life in terms of people, your connections, your friendships, anything, cut it out. And I'm not saying cut it out like necessarily completely cut them out of your life, slice them. There may be people though that you need to this month put on timeout. There might be people that their vibration this month does not vibe with yours. It's not on the same wavelength as yours. So instead of entertaining it, instead of giving it the time, just focus on you. I think you guys have a lot to focus on. Again, there are things that are trying to come to you, ideas that are trying to come to you, that it's up to you to take on this Queen of Wands energy and make it into something real, right? Queen of Wands, this is fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. You also may have someone who is of those signs who you feel like there's always some type of a pushback with, right? Because look at how the Queen of Wands and the 5 of Swords are kind of looking at each other. It's like, damn, every single time I want to do this, there's some type of resistance with this person. So that might be a thing too. Be mindful of that. But honestly, at the end of the day, I think you guys are better off just not giving it too much attention. Even if it's something that bothers you, don't let it bother you to the point of paralysis where it's like stopping you from doing whatever it is that you need to do. Really focus on the things that you want this month. And that energy, I just don't feel like it's anything that could stop this. Whatever's in the works, this is in the works, period. But you might not feel like you're as supported by people around you, especially if they are a fire sign person. I just feel like they don't understand your thought processes of this. And you know how we are as humans. Whenever we don't understand something or fear something, we always automatically kind of put it in a bad light, which isn't great, but that's human nature. So if there is some type of pushback that you're getting from someone, especially a fire sign person, don't be mad. Don't fall into kind of yucky lower vibration energies. Just understand that they don't understand your thought and your process because it's not theirs. It's not meant for them. It's yours. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Again, you guys are on the cusp of something new. A lot of this has to do with business, money. There will be lots to celebrate. There will be a coming together. There will be this mix of, with the Three of Cups, you know, mixing things that you're emotional about and passionate about with things that will bring you money, things that you can monetize. Some of you, I'm looking at this could have to do with animals. Let's say you're an animal lover. Maybe you're thinking of, you know, participating in shelters or having your own shelter or some type of, you know, animal placement. I'm just getting a lot of animals with all these like cats around her in this Three of Cups. I just feel like you guys have a lot to celebrate at this moment, right? Definitely on the cusp of something wonderful. And for a lot of you guys, this is starting your dream plans, something that you've always wanted to do, but maybe you didn't see it happening, or maybe you didn't see it as something that could be really fruitful, or maybe you didn't see it as something that could be long-term. But it feels like with the help of this Firefly and Lamb energy, your mind might be changing. Okay? Sun card, Ten of Cups. Whatever it is, this is going to bring you a lot of fulfillment. Okay? A lot of emotional happiness, right? This might be something that's going to take a while to come into pass. Like this might be something that might take some planning, might take about 10 months, right? And looking at that 10 of Cups, might be next Leo season, which does that put us at 10 months? Holy shit. Yeah, it does, huh? Okay. You might see it coming out then. Whatever it is, this inspiration, really nurture it. It needs proper planning and proper love and attention at this baby stage. I feel like it's at a very baby stage right now, but it's something that has the potential to just be like crazy dynamic. Okay, Page of Cups, Magician, Four of Swords. Magician has been showing up quite a bit already. Page of Cups. Okay, that's good news coming in, right? That's our intuition working for us. That's really tapping into playful creativity for a lot of you. The Star, good news coming in. Again, there's something that you guys have been wanting to do for a while now, Capricorn, that for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just because you were so set on kind of being practical that you were just like, oh, whatever, that's not really happening right now. But I feel like this is something that maybe deserves a second look and some real effort, right? The Magician card, clarifying it. You got the Three of Wands. This is something you've been waiting for. This is something you want to do. There's something you've been wanting to do, Capricorn, that now you've got all the tools to do it, whether you realize it or not. Some of you guys might be feeling stuck, this Eight of Swords cards, or maybe have been feeling stuck, and maybe that's why you haven't moved in this direction. But whenever we've got the Magician card, right, the Magician is able to make all things happen. The Magician has every tool he needs in his belt to make things happen. The Magician is confident as hell. There is no even second guessing whether or not he can turn this water into wine or whatever, right? This Magician energy is someone who has a knowing. They just know. And for a lot of you guys, I feel like there's something that you guys have been knowing that you wanted to do. For a lot of you guys, it feels like it has to do with animals. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I feel. Could, you know, take it if it resonates or not. But you have everything working for you right now in this moment to help you. Okay? Queen of Pentacles, clarifying the Four of Swords. Meditate on it, pray on it. This is something, again, Ace of Pentacles, that is going towards your legacy. This is something that is long lasting. This is something that might have to do with your home and how it affects your home, right? We've got Queen of Pentacles too. right? She's a mother, she's a hard worker, she's a, you know, she does all the things. She's very artsy, she's very, or not artsy, well, she could be, but she's very earthy. She's very in tune with earth and very grounded, very down to earth, right? I feel like this is a really good time to get that grounding, really good time to do the yoga, take the walks, you know, do the meditations, because it's going to help you guys feel a little bit more grounded where you might have been feeling a little bit confused, right? Again, don't listen to other people around you right now. Not to say not to consider what they have to say, but I feel like people are coming at you with more fear-based things, and you are just in that part of your creation where you don't have room for that right now, right? Because what that might do is easily tip you. And I think you realize that. So while things are new and fresh and in the baby stage, I think that right now, just allow yourself to dream, okay? Allow yourself to, even if it feels silly, write things down, get very clear. Remember, that all has to do with the planning stages of like the Knight of Pentacles. So then you don't feel as silly, but like put your stuff out on paper, make it tangible, make it real, okay? Now, 2 of these cards came out, so we're going to take them both. You've got block out distractions. Block out distractions and ask for your needs to be met. Okay? So block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention, so it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. Boom, what did I say, honey? You already know that these distractions are and have the power to responsibly block them out. Wait. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power and responsibly. Oh, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Sorry, guys, I'm not reading well today. Okay, ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. Okay, so there's kind of like a rule of thumb in the spiritual world. Angels, God, everybody, you know, they're there at our disposal in order to help us, but we have to ask. So this is the same thing. If there are needs that need to be made, or if there are needs that you need that need to be met, and you don't know how to do it, ask, meditate, pray, really get deep, really connect to source, because the thing is, it's like a spiritual law. They cannot help you unless you ask for help. Also, in terms of your friends and your surroundings, they don't know how to help you if you don't say anything. So if there's anything that you guys need, again, going back to this lamb energy of like this trusted messenger energy, really, you know, ask your friends, ask your family, ask people you trust. I think that's really beneficial to you guys, okay? And then you guys got worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And I think that's true for love life, but I also think that's true in terms of whatever this big inspiration is that's coming towards you guys, right? It came in the time. Well, not it came in the time, because I feel like, again, for a lot of you guys, this could be something that you've been thinking about quite a bit, but it's like you feel compelled to go towards it at this time, right? So really go with that flow. Really start with where you're at, with what you have, and work towards the goal that you have, right? Because I really do feel like this can really evolve into something super beautiful, super successful. And like come 10 months time, if you start on this now and you're looking back at this, you're going to be blown away by how far you've come, okay? So I hope that this message resonates with you, Capricorn. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.